What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to Tower Defense Tuesday. Today we're dipping back into Tep the Destroyer. We did cover this one a while back on Tower Defense Tuesday, however the game is now fully launched. It's in version 1.0 and is a release product, just launched on Steam on July 9th, and this one is developed and published by Malignant Potato. Now, this one is a sci-fi single-player tower defense game. If you're looking for straight-up tower defense, this is a game that you might want to check out. So, tower defense at its core, it's got 8 different possible defenses, 5 different armor types. Now, the different armor types, of course, are going to be affected by different damage types. So, there's 5 armor types with 5 different damage types as well. The game does offer a full campaign, so you can go through and play the full campaign. However, of course, we got an endless survival mode too, and that's what we're going to jump in and check out today. This will allow you to jump into any map and play the map in an endless fashion, where you just go as far as you can, you get everything unlocked, and you see their varying difficulties throughout. Let's see, let's find a good one here to start up with. This one's medium, destruction. Let's take a look at this one. I haven't played this map before. Now, one of the super interesting things about this game is you can actually choose your own music. You got 4 different music channels that you can select. You see up at the top, and you can go through and pick the flavor that you like the best. It's pretty dang awesome. All of the music is pretty good, really, but having the option of going through these different channels is just absolutely incredible. I personally love it. Now, taking a look at this map here, we've got, 2 main lanes that are all converging into one, and then pushing on through to our objective, which is down on this side. We've got a cannon, a rocket, an EMP, a photon, laser, a particle launcher, and then the Maximo. We also got various abilities we can use. We've got Siren Song, which is a slow emergency support, gives us a protective barrier as our towers will get destroyed if we stick them out there. Submit to Authority deploys a little gun drone to help you out with a little additional firepower. We got Overclock. Overclock is going to do exactly that. It's going to overclock your towers for a few seconds. Got a long cooldown on that one. And we got a stasis field. We got the backup battery, and then we got durable alloys. Now, the basics of the game are, of course, counter the enemies. Now, we're going to be starting off. We start off with 200 power here. You see we've got 30 health, basically. And then we've got 100 of our ability power here. So the Siren Song, for example, we could pop that off twice before that's gone. Now, we do have a 30-second cooldown on that, of course. But what do we want to do? Let's just start off with, say, a couple of cannons right up front. Actually, you know what? Do we want to dish out some Cannon 11? We still got 4 more power. Let's do it. Or 100 more power, pardon me. Now, as with every good tower defense game, you are going to get an option to speed up or slow down the enemies coming. And then additionally, there is a full upgrade chain and target priorities on each individual tower. So for example, if I wanted this tower to target the strongest enemy, we can switch that over. The options are threat level, closest, strong, weak, or random, if you just want that to be spraying around. Additionally, as I said, there is full upgrade tiers, so we are going to be able to beast mode our towers out. Let's just see what we can do with this one. This particular one looks like a little bit of a tough path. We don't get a whole lot of double dip area. Let's see, I feel like some rockets would be good in here. Let's drop a rocket, say right there, just to get built out a little bit more. Of course, the rocket's going to give us a little bit of splash damage there, which is kind of nice. We are getting it. We are getting it. Now, this game is developed in Unity, and it's pretty fun. It's got that one more map feel to it, particularly as you're playing through the campaign. The campaign does get quite challenging. As always, it's definitely best to go through the campaign first. That's going to introduce you to all the enemies and all of the tower types. And then you're going to learn those armor and damage types to be able to really optimize your builds. Now, in addition to the upgrades on the individual towers, as you get through closer, or as you really build out a survival map and you're lasting long periods of time, you're going to get an additional upgrade tier. So you've got map-wide upgrades that can be used, but you see they are crazy expensive. 10,000 power for this upgrade, 5% damage boost to all cannons on the map, 5% damage boost to all rocket turrets, and you see these, of course, advance up. Now, these particular upgrades here are only going to be usable on fully upgraded turrets. However, this allows you to push really, really heavy as you get through and fine-tune your strategies and are able to make it further and further in the game. Let's go ahead and drop, let's drop a couple more rockets right here for a little AoE damage. I feel like we can get maybe a little, well, I think we should go with some lasers probably. And you know, we don't have any sort of, actually this is going to be a really good place to stun. So let's drop an EMP right there, and then we'll try to stack this area with damage here. As you see, there's no real breaks. The waves just keep on coming. As, you know, with a true endless mode, there is waves of enemies. However, there's no big breaks in between each wave. So you're going to do everything on the fly and get all of your defenses upgraded. I feel like I want to build out just a little bit more before I continue on. Do we want to go with another EMP here? I kind of feel like another EMP here might be good. Not really so much worried about these enemies out here, but these enemies as they push around. We will have enemies pushing through here before long, but we want to get it built out a little bit. Now, what do we want to go here? We got the particle launcher. Hurls a condensed ball of overcharged energy particles that explode on impact. We've got the photon, which the photon is going to be slow firing, but it's going to pack a big punch for any heavily armored enemies. I feel like maybe a photon could be a good call here. Let's go ahead and drop a photon right there. And then I think, you know what, let's just give it 2 photons here as we get a little bit more energy built up. We got a small reprieve, so I guess there is kind of breaks in between the waves. I think it might depend on the map. Some of the maps, it feels like the enemies are quite constant. This one, of course, is giving us a little bit of a break. Let's see, let's get one more photon in right here. We need, what, another 20-ish energy. Just about there. And that's going to help us out for these heavily armored enemies. Now, I've got a stun right here, but other than these slow firing targets, not a whole lot of damage. I almost feel like maybe some rockets. So if we stun them right here, we can maybe pound them down with some rockets right here. Now, that's going to be more AoE and more of the same damage type, but it's going to give us a little pound town area right here as enemies get stunned as they push through. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and go with 2 more rockets. We'll place those right here. Now, we do want to start getting things upgraded. We don't want to just spam towers. The upgrades are quite powerful, so you definitely want you to get your defenses upgraded, no doubt. And we're almost there here on this one. We can get us another rocket down. In fact, I think after we get this last rocket down, let's focus on getting some upgrades in. Alright, one more rocket here. And that gives us a nice little kind of pounding area where these EMPs are at. Now, let's focus on getting some upgrades in. Now, we're kind of spawn camping this lane over here because we got all these heavy hitters over here. And this particular wave is not very dense, so if it's one target at a time, these heavy hitting defenses are just going to shred it. So we get a little bit of a spawn camp there. You can speed up the spawns. As you saw, that spawn was ticking off. You can click it to speed it up and get the next spawn coming a little bit quicker. I almost wish there was a 3x speed, to be honest. I think we could go a little bit faster. The rockets, when you get them upgraded, are particularly awesome. They get a really nice bit of fire rate with their upgrades, so I think we're going to focus on upgrading those first, just for cool factor. It costs 185. You get rapid firing tubes as the very first upgrade. You know, since these are the heavy hitters, okay, those are already, so it does have smart target priorities, it appears. Those are already set to strong. Alright, and let's start focusing on some upgrades. Let's get this guy right here. And like I said, just even with one upgrade, oh yeah, look at that rocket now. So even just with one upgrade, it gives it a nice rapid firing bit that just is so awesome, beyond awesome. Now I'm going to upgrade, I think we're going to upgrade all of these rocket turrets right across here. And let's see if we can't get a little bit of power built out here. Alright, now you see we're getting some different enemy types now, and enemies are starting to push in really hard. I actually didn't even get these upgraded yet. So the enemies are starting to push in, and this is where I just didn't diversify much. I don't have all of the damage types out there. I feel like we need to get some lasers in here. And as you see, we are now hemorrhaging badly at the end here. Let's go ahead and go with another laser right there. I think I did way too much tower spam and not enough diversification, so lesson has been learned. These guys, we want these going on closest. Actually, there's not a ton making it around here. Those fast movers made it all the way through. Let's see, let's go ahead and go, let's get one more laser right here, and then we'll switch back to trying to get these rockets upgraded. I think I just put out too much. You know, it's a balance, of course, of getting the different damage types out and then getting the towers themselves upgraded. I don't have a whole lot upgraded. We can start getting the upgrades going on these basic cannons. Maybe they're relatively cheap upgrades, and it does add a nice bit of firepower into the mix. We'll start off with the double fire on this front one. We only lost 5 of our 30 health, but feels like it's pretty early to be losing that much. Let's see, these laser beams going to help out here in the end. Looks like they got the job done. Now I'm going to want to put something else over here. I'm not really sure what I want. Maybe try a particle launcher now. Particle launcher is going to be AoE. I feel like it would be best used over in like this area. That way we get a little bit of an upfront double dip. I feel like lasers might just be better right here. Of course, I can get more EMPs in as well. In fact, maybe an EMP right here and then a laser. Let's go with that. Let's get an EMP here to maybe get a little bit of a last resort stun in right there. And then see how we can do. The thing that really gets me about this game is the music selection. I just haven't seen that really in any game, I think, that's not a music-related game. So, I mean, as far as a tower defense game, getting 4 different music channels to choose from, I just think that's an awesome little touch, you know? Without a doubt. See, we've got enough. No, we don't yet. We need a $1.25 to get a double fire going on this second one. And looks like we've got some heavier enemies that are a little bit slower moving, so stuns for the win. That was quite nice. They're pushing in over here as well. Looks like we're getting them when they get here. See, we never got the rapid firing tubes on that one. Maximum payloads. The upgrades get quite beefy. There's no doubt there. Let's get it on this one, actually. That way we got a little double dip there in the end. Now it's AoE, of course. Kind of relying on hopefully getting some stuns out down here and letting this AoE just do its business. Looking fairly good so far. So let's go ahead and continue on. Try to get these rockets upgraded. Maybe get our cannons upgraded. But let's jump on forward to a more challenging wave. Now we are getting some meteor enemies pushing through here, and you see additionally my health is regenerating, so we're making a little progress there. Now I did swap some things out here. I put some EMPs in up front. I put 2 of them in up here. We got the first one upgraded. This XR5 power module gives it an additional projectile, which is quite nice. I've got an upgrade on that one as well, and I think as soon as we get to 200, we'll go ahead and pop this one up also. Now I threw the EMPs up here to get myself just a little bit more crowd control right up in the front of the main kill box area. And it seems to be helping out quite a bit, so getting that in up there has been huge. The only enemies that are really pushing through into the kill box right now are the super speedy enemies that are very healthy. So the ones with the heavy armor type and are moving quick, those ones are pushing in. Everything else, for the most part, is getting pretty wrecked right up front. Let's go ahead and get that XR5 power module on this one as well. Like I said, that gives it an additional projectile and makes that stun super effective here. As we see here, these enemies are just not making it really very far over on the spawn side on this lane. Seems like this lane over here is my biggest threat at the moment. But we're doing pretty darn good. Now, let's see. Let's jump on forward once again and see if we can't get a little bit more power into this build here. Oh, and we are getting pushed hard now on this one. We're taking a beating. Now, one thing that happened, you see I had to start throwing shields on these towers down here with my abilities. The emergency support here, oh yeah, this is all over with. We are just getting wrecked now. We've only got 9 health left, and I think we're going to lose it right here. Let's get a slow down there. And then, I think let's get our... Oof, that bot's not going to hold him. My drone is not going to hold him off. It is almost there. Oh my god, okay. We survived just barely. Now, these defenses over here are starting to take heavy damage. So, it's something I need to keep an eye on there to keep these defenses alive over here. This one as well. You know, let's get some upgrades in. What can we do? Oh, no, it's just over here. And we have hit the steamroll here. So I didn't get all the damage types out there. This Maximo is a beast mode, as you can see, at 1400 energy cost to place. And it's going to go on one of the red tiles. So, of course, you're not going to be able to get very many of those down. But there it is, a survival run in Tep the Destroyer. Obviously, I got wrecked. As soon as my tower started getting beat up on, it was kind of over for me then. I wasn't able to keep up with keeping my towers alive. But anyway, there we go. There is a Tower Defense Tuesday look at Tep the Destroyer. It's now fully launched. Full retail price of the game is $9.99 US. There will be links down in the description below, but one to add to your wish list and keep an eye out on. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.